dog's like, what the hell are you doing? Don't hit it like no sissy.
Taking it out.
Send it, Cash. Send it.
I think realistically the damn thing does like 54 with cash on.
I'm good.
Waiting on you. What? You gotta tell us these things, Clyde.
All right. Welcome back to the Central Rock Racing Series #1. Just got aware that we were live, so enjoyed the back of our heads.
I don't know what we were doing.
Look. This is the VisoneRV Central Rock Racing Series #1, presented by PRP Seats at Bikini Bottoms at Dyersburg, Tennessee, or in Dyersburg, Tennessee, rather. A very unique park, a park built with stadium-style seating to come witness one of the coolest race areas I think I've ever been to when it comes to pure rock racing. This is like a child's playground in a sandbox, but blown up for real life, adult size fun. So while we're getting everybody in here, let us know what you guys are doing. Are you guys going to be able to make it out tomorrow? Who's your favorite driver, and what? Where are you from?
All good questions.
Gives me time to eat my lunch.
All right, we are going to be picking back up with Hill 2 for the RockLife off-road. Ow, something just bit me. Bug control. I need bug
There is
control.
a little bit of a pest issue here near the production trailer, but
For the RockLife
I'm going out in the field
stock
again.
class.
We have
Hi.
a new producer.
Oh, boy. All right. Clyde's leaving us. Stock class, as I was saying, Paul Wolf with a first place time for Hill 1, then Brandon Davis, second place, and Wade Good, third place, Dan Carter, fourth for Hill 1 for the stock class. Not sure who's on the starting line right now, but we will be rolling along with Hill 2 in just moments. And then after that, of course, we will follow up with the RCV Performance UTV Championship Cup presented by CA Technologies Hill 2.
it's been a pretty cool day of racing. I love looking into the crowd. I got 2 kids racing barefoot through the dirt. I love seeing that kind of stuff. Happy to have a family environment out here. So please, if weather permits, come join us tomorrow. If weather doesn't permit, we are still going to be racing.
Yeah, it does, either way. Those little Heckley girls are pretty cute.
Absolutely.
All the kids out here are cute. Oh, what time tomorrow, Kathy says. Usually we try and kick off by 10 Central Time. If that changes, we'll let you guys know.
Absolutely.
You got a radio?
Yeah.
All right, we've got Jeremy moving in to the producer seat in the trailer right now. Clyde has left the building and headed to the starting line. Jeremy, what's your last name? Dickinson?
Huh?
What's Dickinson? Yeah. All right, Jeremy Dickinson.
Jeremy is
Producing
our marketing
this episode.
head for normal races. He goes out, brings the sponsors in. If you're interested in being a part of sponsoring the National Rock Racing Association, Jeremy is definitely the contact that you want to have at any level of sponsorship. We are always glad to have those who support the sport support us, because without our sponsors, this could not have happened. Definitely. Again, like I mentioned, if you want a quick way to just know who supports the sport, supports us out here at the National Rock Racing Association while the drivers are running, take a glimpse at those flags, and those flags are our sponsors. But we're here, we're off. Wade Good is going to kick off hill number 2 for the stock class.
Yep, just a slow stroll.
Eric
around the
Hagen.
tire.
Goodist? That's definitely how I read that, so. Let's see if Wade can put down a gooder time than he did on hill 1. He got a 3rd place time on hill 1. Not too shabby, but we're going for something gooder on hill 2. All right, I gotta stop.
That's the kind of air I expect to see off that jump right there. An incredibly smooth landing.
Wade, of course, racing in both the RockLife stock class and the RCV Performance UTV Championship Cup class. And let's see what kind of a time he put down.
Yay, way good.
What was that, Jeremy?
8:20.
There was definitely a 6 in there somewhere. What was the time?
Can you repeat that time?
Why? You didn't hear what I said? I didn't have a radio on. I said it twice.
Say it again.
Say it 3 times.
81.836.
836. 81.
Knew I heard a 6 in there somewhere.
With the penalty.
Thanks for the laughs, Eric. I try. Whether they are pity laughs or genuine tears of laughter. Kathy, you and me both. I believe the rain is mostly going to be coming in tonight and finishing up early in the morning. Here's hoping.
Yeah, they're over here drinking water now. They're already buzzing.
All
All
right.
right, Dan Carter.
We got Dan Carter on the
I've
line.
also finished my lunch, so I'm back.
Jesse's been suspiciously quiet. He's finishing that barbecue sandwich he's been drooling over.
My expectations were a little high.
Uh-oh.
It's
Uh-oh.
okay. But, it's not. What will always be my expectations is racing. Dan Carter in the full body.
Nice little segue there.
I'm full of them. But that again, that full body has been raced in Bounty Hills, Cup classes, endurance, everything in between. So Dan is making a really smart decision there to back up and not get stuck in the spring, the mud pit. that
Yes,
is
the
like,
Shrek Swamp in
Yes.
that corner.
Great, I like the name for it. And you will see that Hill 1 and Hill 2, they differ just slightly. They're still going to have to make the right-hand turn and go through our short course section, but they're not going to have to come down the ladder. It's a little bit of a faster course. I would expect to see faster times all the way around.
I gotta say, Dan has some of the best design swag out here.
Hands down.
I just saw one of his t-shirts.
T-shirts.
And they're pretty cool looking.
hoodies.
I've got one of his hoodies that I was raving about last year. Y'all probably heard. I actually brought it with this weekend. I might need it tomorrow.
Yeah. So obviously a little something's going on here with Dan. It looks like it's probably a steering issue. He's had to back up a couple of times. You hate to see that. It's definitely going to put a dampener on his time. But Dan Carter, DC Racing's new T-shirt, is his whole theme that he's got with his new buggy, his new Razor chassis, is the 90s, and his T-shirts are very reminiscent of Rugrats. They're the Rugrats opening logo,
Yeah,
filled with the 90s
Yep,
look.
I didn't even put that together.
So Dan Carter, always a superstar when it comes to design.
92.929.
That's a 92.929 for Dan Carter.
So after eating my salty barbecue, I'm going to need about 5 more water. So I'll have to make a quick run for those here shortly. But the cloud coverage is kind of coming in just a little bit. The sun is starting to set. It's really cooling off on us here. It was probably mid-80s a little bit earlier.
It's toasty.
It's wonderful right now.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful weather
Prime
here.
time to be outside enjoying some racing right now.
That's a fact, for sure.
All right, I know several people are on their way or plan to be shortly. Haley Hoback checked in earlier. Daniel Moore. I can't think of the others off the top of my head now, but
we got Clint Garrison on the line. Yamaha
we've
Power.
got a good full day of racing ahead still tomorrow between the bouncer class, the UTV bounty class, and the RC
Hold on a minute.
class.
And tomorrow's
Okay, we're ready.
bounty
Go ahead.
class for both UTV and bouncer, it's going to be crazy. So Paul Wolf taking off the line here. As always, Paul puts those RCV axles to the absolute test, and if there's any piece of equipment that can handle it, those RCV axles that are made in America can withstand the abuse. Really cool to see just how hard he could drive that car, and really puts a good spotlight on the manufacturers that he represents.
Was first race.
Perfect
Nice.
amount of air.
Just floats.
Yeah, like a butterfly. It looks like a bee.
Oh,
man,
he pulled
that's
a Travis Skelton.
Yeah, I wonder if there's some kind of split or some kind of rut up there that's throwing them that way, because obviously that's not where you want to go, but it's pretty rare that we see two extremely skilled drivers make that same error.
I think another thing it comes down to that we always talk about, but you just can't tell until you're here, is that that hill really is so much steeper. And we talked about you earlier, getting here and seeing it for the first time. 79449.
79449.
Even with a little hiccup there, still the fastest time for Hill 2 right now. But yeah, back to that hill just being as steep as it is.
We got B.
It's so
Brandon
off
Davis on
camber,
the line.
and when they're coming back across the side
Living
like he
that
did when he
full
hit that
line.
tree, that is where you're seeing, people slide, and the grass, the ground, all of it up there is still just a little bit
It's
of moisture.
just sucking them downhill. All right, Brandon Davis rattling his way around the course.
I'm thinking that it might be a suspension thing. He might have put aftermarket tender springs on there. I know that I run aftermarket. I run the Razor 8 tender springs on my machine, and when you make a stiffer spring on these machines, they'll kind of slap out on you, and you'll hear that like clap out when the shocks get fully extended. It's possible that could be it, but not sure.
Well, it's definitely not slowing him down at all.
No,
whatever
not at
it
all.
is.
It is amazing to see a full body get in here and put a time down that is, in the same ballpark as these Unlimited guys.
All right, looks like he avoided that downhill
Yeah.
vortex there.
It's kind of funny because he looks like he kind of, knew he was going to slide down a little bit, took advantage of it, and kind of shot lower just a little bit there. And I'll be honest, I think that Turbo S is making a little bit of belt sounds too. I think that might be part of the issue.
That's a 77.363.
77363.
And that's good enough to
That's
put
the
him-
fastest time.
Yeah, killer time for sure.
First place time right now for Brandon with a 77, then Paul Wolf with a 79, Wade Good with an 81, and Dan Carter with a 92. Who did you just say? Ben Casey. Ben got sucked into the Shrek swamp in the corner on hill 1.
All right, we got
Once you're in that
redemption
swamp,
run
there's no
here.
getting out for
Let's
Let's
sure.
see what he does to avoid it this time.
To here.
There,
He's like,
taking a little bit of a
Not doing it.
Man, come on, you got this.
a wise approach to make sure that he stays out of that
Got
wetland.
a little trauma there last time. Make sure to stay away from that. And all right, he's already a lot further than hill 1.
A little short on that jump again. I think that a lot of guys are underestimating how far that gap is up there. It's a very sizable jump, and you'll see that if you can still see the back tires when they land, they're short, because the lip on that jump on the other side should definitely cover those tires when they land, and you can see it in the just the machine itself kind of just abruptly stops. So that's a surprising part of the course that's giving people a little bit of trouble. Definitely shaving a second or two off their race time.
There you go.
There it is.
Slipping and sliding his way to the finish,
All right.
Mr. Ben Casey.
Survey says
88.458.
88.458 for that guy.
For Ben Casey. All right, I think that means Clint Garrison. That's not Clint Garrison.
A little different. It's Mr. Good. But
Are we moving on?
I don't believe that very well may be the end of our stock class.
It's Clint. All right, I guess Clint.
I'm getting word that does conclude our stock class,
and we're gonna get it all
and
started here.
we're gonna do some here. We got Mr. Wade Good off the line for the UTV Unlimited course. Big bunnies and landed completely turned. That definitely puts a lot of strain on the vehicle when you land turned like that. Puts a lot of strain on those axles too. Now Wade is a member of Team All Things UTV. I know that Chris Hickman is, I don't want to say the proprietor of that buggy, but he definitely gets them all together. But Wade is putting down a monster of a time.
Nicely
Really
done.
quick.
That's a 65.108. 65.108.
65.108 for Wade. Wow.
Hey, guys.
So we just got word, and just to the left over here,
so
looks like the mud, the rain on its way. The clouds are rolling
Doesn't look real
in.
promising over there.
So I think what will happen is we just got the word that all the drivers need to start being suited up. We're going to start really trying to get these guys off the line pretty quick here. So on the line, you're seeing Clint Garrison take off right now. Clint Garrison in the Unlimited class. He's running both classes today. He had a Hill 1 time of 72.6, and we're going to see if he can improve that time on Hill number 2.
He ain't got Savannah in there screwing him up this time. Yeah, I just bet.
Alright, shoot for that corner and hope for the best. And it worked.
Hopefully, drivers are starting to see the line there. You know, it's not a little to the right, it's not a little to the top, it's right in the middle. Perfect spot.
Not so much here or here, but right here.
Right in the sweet spot. It's very clear. I don't know if I can make it any more clear than that.
Cable Hill.
Now coming down this Fable Hill,
Come on,
I watched
on.
Clint run it, and you saw him make contact.
Oh!
Oh
That's a
man,
good save right there.
making good contact. I was just about to say,
Uh-oh.
his buggy, because of the
Oh, his
wheelbase,
back left tire.
it makes
That means
contact.
like Megan.
It makes
Doing a little
contact in a
specky
certain
there. He still made it across.
bumps rather. And I'll tell you this,
That's a 75.
that is a very
69,
unforgiving
75,
bottoming
69,
out there.
0.
It's really rough, and all that gets translated back into the chassis.
Did you see his left rear tire?
Is it hanging
All
on
right,
by a
all you
thread?
racers,
It was
lucky
not
again. Adam Cruz is
straight
on the
anymore.
line.
A little
It's
rough
not
there.
pointing in the correct
So what was our time for
It
Clint?
was a 75.690 for Clint Garrison.
Definitely let it hang for that run right there. That is it's not as hard going up Fable Hill by any means, but it is still a rough obstacle to come down. On the line we have Mr. Adam Coots in the shake and bake buggy.
Adam had some tough luck on hill 1. Oh, and it looks like
Broken left rear axle.
Man,
his luck has not
lucky
improved.
Right there.
Now, I say it every single time we race. You really don't know how four-wheel drive dependent these vehicles are
I don't think so.
until you see a machine in three-wheel drive. It's really kind of crazy
think
how
the front
dependent
left
they are on
is
all
working.
four wheels turning. One wheel goes out, and it's a huge, huge
Okay, the
difference.
left
This
is
hill
working good.
has been taking everything that
Hit it from
these
back
buggies
here.
have,
Yeah.
you know, just to get up and over. I don't think it's gonna be enough.
I always appreciate, though, when a driver is willing to give it a few attempts with the broken part, things like that. Personally, I'm not sure if Adam has a broken front left as well. But we're back to here. Adam Coots is going to pull off the trail, it seems. I'm actually going to have a secondary look here to see if he's got a broken front left, or it looks like it's just that right, or the left rear, excuse me, the driver's side rear. So unfortunately, we're going to get a DNF for Mr. Adam Coots on both hills 1 and 2. Unfortunate end to the day for Mr. Adam. But one thing that you can see is that the rain is coming. If you look at the live feed, there's no more sun on Bree and myself. There's no more sun on the hills. Cloud coverage. The rain's coming, you
These guys better hurry up.
That's right, and it's going to be a sloppy mess tomorrow, without a doubt.
All right, the time to beat right now is Wade's 65.1. It would have to be a very flawless run.
I'm pretty confident that Ethan Martin would be capable of doing that run, though. Ethan Martin in the tunnel vision buggy.
He's
new to
definitely
this
got a shot.
Really beat Adam. Come on down. Let's go. Let's go. Looks like he's ahead of Wade.
This is looking pretty quick.
It's looking good so far. I don't have that page pulled up anymore. One.
Come on, Ethan. Go.
All right, Ethan. Oh,
That is rough. coming
it's
down
like
there.
a pinball coming down there.
Yeah, it's a rough time inside that vehicle for sure. Good to see Ethan finish, though, for sure.
73608. Not a bad time, but not enough
Also, just brought to my
to come
attention,
close
if you're,
to Wade.
I know this is weird. Looking for your pager. If for some reason you still have a
Wow,
pager, I have it now.
I actually just got the inclination that I left my truck unlocked, so kind of funny, you know, wahaha. But all of our stuff is in there, so I'm glad it's getting locked. A little bit of a rough landing there, but
All right, this is Josh Lewis.
There you go.
on behalf of Zach Whitehead,
That's actually Wade Good's buggy. He used it to go grocery shopping and stuff.
This is Wade Good's trail rig that Josh Lewis is racing for Zach Whitehead. How many people does it take to put a run together?
I'll say this, we have Wade Good within earshot, so it's always interesting to hear the reaction.
Oh!
Woo!
Saved it.
Don't worry about that. Thanks to Speed Strap, we can remove that seat from his butt.
Nice recovery there for Josh Lewis. I really have to say, I think the best part of this is having Wade next to us and hearing his reactions of his rental buggy being ran through the race course.
Hey, Tiffany, I'm not in the UTV class.
It might be a diabetes thing. I don't think so.
Chad Molitor, you are very welcome. Thanks for watching.
I think you're a fireman. Hey!
Wow, the clouds are moving in so fast and the temperature has dropped.
Yep. Now, I'm curious here if he'll bottom out at all. I think he actually avoided bottoming out every single one of those ledges.
I think he had the the length to just hit it right.
That's right. A 4-seat buggy might be the key to Fable Hill.
Who knew?
So there it is. Mr. Josh Lewis finishes the race course for Hill 2, and we're going to have a time here. Josh Lewis on hill number 1 ran a 1:13, and his hill number 2 time, Bree?
92.288 for Josh Lewis.
I love
running for Zach Whitehead in Wade Good's 4-seater.
I love this cool air coming in. I really do.
It's coming in fast.
It is, and it's going to rain.
I'm going to need everybody to wrap it up.
Now, what that means for you guys here on the live feed is tomorrow, while you're safe at home, not in the rain, not cold, not involved with any of it, you get to watch the sloppy mud fest that is going to be the Bounty Series.
Listen, let's not be speaking that over tomorrow just yet.
I'm excited about it.
I'm still hoping that the rain will finish early enough in the day and the sun will come out.
This is Mr. Brandon Davis.
All right, Brandon had an unfortunate rollover on hill 1. Hopefully he can get himself a time for hill 2.
It's kind of crazy to me that we can have all of the extremes in one race course. We can have dust, deep mud pits, big hills, jumps, whoops, the whole 9 yards. Everything that the terrain can throw at us, it's getting. And now we're getting some bees along with our wasp.
I'm like watching this bee come up in our faces.
In the production trailer, we're getting the environment, we're getting animals, pests, whatever it is, we're going to get it here. So make sure you guys are enjoying the live
feed. It's like freaking Jumanji out here.
That's right.
Ooh.
I told you coming down that is rough.
It's like skid plate.
Yeah, that machine is just a little bit shorter wheelbase than the Can-Am, so it's going to hit more, but good run for sure. Davis Racing coming across the finish line for hill number 2.
76.587 for Brandon.
A great run.
Fastest time still Wade with a 65. Ethan Martin with a 73 in second place currently, and then Clint Garrison with a 75. Travis Skelton racing for Christy Hutchins out on the course now. Travis found a couple of flags out on the course on hill 1. Had a little trouble with a tree and then some flags, and it just, it was a thing. So, but he did finish hill 1, got those points, got that time for Christy. We'll see what he does. And this new to him machine, the rental that he is in this weekend. Sally, yes. Muddy and wet is not so bad as long as it's at least warm.
Travis did it
again! The same tree!
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Not the flags again.
But he avoided the flags this time.
I'd like to get trees.
So it's still an improvement.
I'm not kidding. He hit that tree like his mama's cooking or something. He was mad.
I would like to have a word with Travis to see what's going through his head when he hit that tree for time number 2. Yeah, definitely a Groundhog Day situation, no doubt.
Eight 9.674.
89.274.
What?
One of the
I
most
believe
special
that
things-
was a 674, Zach.
Thank you for that clarification. One of the most special things about coming to a race in
Wyatt Wilson.
is getting the full effect. So if you're not here, you miss out on people like Zach Gardner, who is a handful and a half. Glad to have him. What did Wyatt say?
Well, first he said Travis Skelton will be close to Wade's time, and then he just said, what the hell? It's probably what Travis was thinking, too.
Agreed.
Tyler Heinzel out on the course now. Tyler also with a DNF rollover from Hill 1.
Now, I have to give it out to Mr. Nick Mott. There, almost again. Mr. Nick Mott working that camera, doing an excellent job for us here. This is a big race course, a lot of ground to cover. You get to see our pits there and the start line. Nick's doing an excellent job of keeping up with everybody. Hats off to you, Nick. Thank you. I can't tell if I'm hearing a buggy start up or if I'm seeing hints of thunder. So hopefully the former.
It's hard to differentiate sometimes.
Yes. But again, a little bit of a rough run here. It's gonna, or not a rough run rather, but Fable Hill is always
There
rough
it
on
is.
the body. A good run.
Nice.
For Mr. Tyler Heinzel. I know he's happy to cross that finish line for sure. So we'll get a time for Tyler.
83.228.
83.228.
All right, we got Noisy Boy pulling up to the line. Jake Christensen Jr. Should be up. There he is. Jake, one of our younger drivers in the series. Glad to see him out here.
One thing worth mentioning too, you see Jake here, when he comes off those jumps, you're seeing his rear end kick up. It's just something you have to learn, how when these UTVs fly, you have to stay in the throttle all the way past being off the jump, and you've got to let these guys have gas all the way, and obviously you don't land on the gas by any means, but to keep that front end up, gas all the way through the jump.
Looking good so far, Jake.
Now, I'm going to do a quick top 3 for Hill 2 as it sits right now.
All right, let's hear it.
In first place, we have Wade Good with a 65.1. Second place, Ethan Martin with a 73.6. And then in third place, Clint Garrison with a 75.6. So we have had 6 drivers run. Jake will be number 7, and we'll see where he ends up on the spectrum.
Oh, I got so burned.
The hoodie was not a bad idea. But I'm excited to see Jake making his way through this course. You know, like I say all the time, a time is better than no time. And it looks like Jake will be able to get a time.
Well, he's got a
here.
time for both hills today.
Hey,
So well done, Jake.
it's pretty amazing because what that'll do for Jake is that's going to put Jake in front of a lot of our normal high performer names. Just because he has a time for both hills and doesn't have a DNF for Hill 1, he's going to finish ahead of names like DC Thompson, Adam Coots. Those are big victories.
Jake finished with a 96.286. Speaking of some of our younger drivers in the series, this is Cash LeCroy. Cash had a second place time on Hill 1. So depending on does right here on Hill 2, could be a very good week or a very good day of racing for him.
Cash is letting it all hang out. All over the throttle, just absolutely letting this course run.
Travis, I'm going to start calling you Tarzan and then stay out of them trees. Travis Skelton over here by the trailer again.
It was the same tree.
It was the same tree.
Now, before we get to Travis, I gotta keep talking about Cash. This dude is all over the race course, all over the throttle, and I think we're going to see again a top 3 race run here if he can hold it together.
Come on, Cash.
As rough as that looked, that was pretty
That was
smooth.
actually one of the smoother, yes.
There he goes.
Nice.
All over the throttle.
There he goes.
70.759 for Cash.
0.759 Cash LaCroix.
And if you don't mind, will you give me the time for Jake Christensen one more time?
Jake had a 96.286.
Okay, thank you.
Cash just got himself a second place time right now for Hill 2.
But while we're here, we do have Mr. Paul Wolf taking the line off here. We have Travis Skelton right next to us. After Paul Wolf, we're going to talk to Travis and get his thoughts on a little bit of tree action.
Oh!
Ouch. You can definitely tell he's trying to make up that time from that little slip up. He's just letting it absolutely eat out here. I think back to what Travis was saying about how these motors really stay on the high end or prefer the high end operation. I think that's very, very clear when any of the Wolf team or Wolf clan drives.
Wolf
because
Pack.
The Wolf Pack, excuse me. It stays in that high RPM echelon for most of the run, and you can tell that that's really where the power comes through as well. So Paul Wolf is letting it party on this hill for sure.
It's because he's growing his hair back out. Makes him drive faster. Nice.
Looking good for Paul Wolf. While we get that time for Paul, I have Travis Skelton here. Do a quick talk a little bit about running into the tree again. What happened? Did it force it or did it just happen?
Real quick, Paul's time with his 69.968. Take it away.
It was just driver error. Got excited again coming across there, and the front end's kind of scooted, and I didn't correct it fast enough.
Well, I'll tell you this. From this side, it looks like the hill really pushes you down into that side. Is it wet up there still?
No, it's not wet. When you come across this jump right there by the log, and then you come behind this group of trees, you gotta go straight, and there's more of a turn up there than you realize, and I just didn't do it right. I mean, you've watched plenty of the guys do it perfect, you know, I just screwed up. Just nervous.
That's all right.
Yeah, but the one thing I noticed, that 72-inch wide bike of Paul's, both times you see me on the side of that hill, and it just sits there. Like this time I knew it was going to sit there so I could back up and keep going up the hill, not have to dive off and hit the flags again.
Yeah, no flag damage this time.
So I want to say hello to Mom. I know she's watching. And once again, thanks to the Wolves for letting me race their boat.
Absolutely. A hero of the sport, no doubt.
All right,
for
this is
Travis
Tyler
Skelton.
Bradley out on the course.
Thank y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Can you give me Paul Wolf's time one more time, please?
Paul Wolf had a 69.9680, and Tyler Bradley buggy just kind of laid over right there,
Sometimes it's
like a
nap time.
fainting goat.
That's it.
You're fine.
Sometimes it's nap time, and it looks like the Black Widow needed a nap.
That was about the easiest possible rollover. It wasn't even a rollover, tip over
Just a nap.
that you could have.
Sometimes,
So,
just when you've got the wheels spinning, and there's just enough momentum,
Nice-
and the wheels
nice
spin
and
a little
gentle.
bit, they just kind of go right on over on the side.
we are about to get dumped on out
We-
here.
we
I'm gonna
are.
need these people to
I can feel it in the air.
hurry up.
But I will say that UTVs in particular, they can take that. It's just the most beautiful little side step there, and it'll just put you right on your side. It's not a hard roll. It's not impactful. I've done that multiple times in my own trail machine. Just part of it. Laying it on the side. If you've got a UTV, you're worried about plastics, things like that. it can happen. Definitely can happen. But glad to see that he's okay. Recovery's going down right now. We've got the crew right there next to him. And I think they're going to have to winch him, so it may take just a moment to get him squared up, but we'll be back to racing in just a second.
Shane Welsh, you are very welcome. Thanks for joining in with us today. All right, folks. Are any of y'all going to be able to make it down tomorrow? Who's on their way here right now? Who's coming in later?
While we're waiting to hear about who's coming in, I want to highlight something that a lot of, this is coveted, right?
Yes.
A lot of people would like to have one of these trophies right here. These trophies are made for us at the National Rock Racing Association by LaserNut. LaserNut obviously is going to laser cut all these parts, bend them. They can do all your CNC work for you. And some of the really cool stuff here is the fine details into this red metal material. They've all been laser etched, all of our sponsors. And this one in particular says UTV Unlimited Cup Series, first place. Glad to have LaserNut on board, and we always put our trophies out here just to show a little bit of bling, a little bit of fun, because these are pretty. These are definitely some lookers.
Oh. All right, guys. I think we have 3 more drivers to go. I think I heard Gary say that,
Yep.
so we should.
Yep.
We are close to wrapping up. You want to give us our top 3?
I definitely
How
can do
things
that.
are sitting right now for Hill 2. This is, of course, the RCV Performance UTV Championship Cup presented by CA Technologies.
And these are all currently unofficial times. It looks like the only 2 drivers that I have have not ran would be Tim Cameron and Levi Bowes. But I do want to say something before we run through all of this, that this is the Central Rock Racing Series, race number 1, presented by VisoneRV and also brought to you by PRP Seats. We are at Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park in Dyersburg, Tennessee, and the rain is coming. Tomorrow is going to be a sludge fest.
We can feel it. It's coming.
As for today, as for UTV Unlimited Cup Series, the RCV Performance UTV Championship Cup Series presented by CA Technologies, if I'm being technical. Our top, let's see here, I've got a top 9. So in first place is Mr. Wade Good for Hill 2 with a 65, followed by Paul Wolf with a 69, Cash LaCroix with a 70.7, Ethan Martin with a 73, Clint Garrison with a 75.69, and then it starts to get a little tighter. Brandon Davis with a 67.5, Tyler Heinzel with an 83.2, Christy Hutchins, aka Travis Skelton, with an 89.6, Josh Lewis, 92.2, that's a radio station, and then Jake Christensen with a 96.2. So there is our current runners, and we should have 2 left. After they do recovery, we'll get back to racing here in just a second. But a beautiful overcast has come over us. Like I said, this park, the course, it's got dust, it's got dry, it's got wet, it's got mud, it's got rocks, concrete, everything you can think of. And Mother Nature's throwing us a little bit of everything too. We got sunshine earlier, we got a little bit of wind earlier. Now we got the cloud coverage, and it sounds like we're going to have a little bit of rain coming in too.
We're going to try to get the awards in before the rain starts.
Fingers crossed, we get the race done, trophies handed out, and everything shoved back in the trailer
Now,
before the rain hits.
What I can do is I can give you, if Bree will hold for just a second, I'll give you the winners for today's RockLife UTV stock class.
Lori, that is a good question. You could bring a side-by-side and watch from it, but they have an area for tents to be set up out here, and then the side-by-sides have to be parked behind them. You could probably find a spot further back on the hillside that you'd be able to see from. It's going to be a lot more packed out here tomorrow.
Stock for Hill 2.
Yeah.
Stock series.
Yes, previous page.
Hang on one second. We're getting time squared out.
No, I'm 6'5".
You're 6'5.1".
We'll figure it out at the end and get everything squared out. But it looks like this is all unofficial for the UTV stock class. For the UTV stock class, the unofficial top 3 are going to be Mr. Paul Wolf taking the pole for today, Wade Good in second, and Dan Carter in third for the stock class. Today's UTV bounty.
Real slow right there in the race course. That would be super. Yeah, oh, look at him. He's pulling it. He's on track for a good time.
What is happening?
I think
man.
we've got some course clearing to do.
We have a spectator on the course joyriding out there.
Come on. Adam, get your dad, man.
Shout out to Matt Holt for setting up the podium.
We love you. Come on.
Come here.
So we're having a little bit of a, functional discourse here. We're getting the trophies set up for podiums. We're getting some course clearing done. A little bit of chaos, but you know what? My wife,
else is new?
My wife tells me all the time it's like having kids. It's like organized chaos. So a little bit of organized chaos
what it
here,
is,
but
especially when Zach's around.
We've got 2 drivers left for the UTV bounty, and we'll get all of the unofficial times spoken out before the race close, before the race close.
Come on, you can do it.
Oh my gosh.
Bill, stop distracting him. He's doing great.
All right.
Now let her eat.
So if we all get rained on, it's that guy's fault.
That's only the one he was smoking before he went up. He blowed out his O-ring.
Oh, guys.
Okay,
Good times. Good times here at Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park. We have just 3 drivers to go. We're so close to wrapping up the race.
You have to laugh and enjoy this a little bit. Just a little comic relief in the middle of race day. We had an individual choose to get inside the race course, and it was a little comical how he was choosing to get out.
The slowest possible way.
But Levi Bose leaves the start line for us in the No Limits buggy, getting us back to business here.
I think the temperature has dropped like 10 degrees for sure. All right, Levi with a nice smooth run so far.
Come on, Levi, you got this.
Ooh.
Oh.
You hate to hear metal just smashing
Can I get a
concrete.
correction on his name? It's Levi Slow S?
Nice.
All right, Mr. Levi Bose across the finish line. Back to us here in the production trailer.
89411 for Levi. I'm not going to try to say his last name again.
89.411 for Levi Bose. Steven, we are at Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park in Dyersburg, Tennessee.
Now, I will say, your hero at 9, Thompson, is taking off the line here. I have a feeling, this is getting towards the end of the day. I think we can count on DC to do something pretty spectacular.
Will it be destroy or will it be conquer? DC's got to stand for something. It's our very own Clyde Bottom out there. We don't get to see Clyde out on the course too much these days, but he took a break from the producer's seat. And we've got Jeremy in here manning everything.
Hey, he's got.
All right, y'all make sure y'all got that fire. Oh, it's radiator. It's fine. That very rarely catches on fire, so good.
All right. Will he make it to the finish line this time? And he's out.
Yeah, that's okay. Let it buff
All right,
out.
so we
It's fine.
possibly a little bit of a false alarm there. A little bit of smoke, a little bit of spark, a little bit of fluids coming out the back.
75207.
75207.
But I will tell you this: that DC Thompson
he
was
can't
met
park there.
with an abrupt stop by our
They're gonna
safety team just across the finish line. That's someone who I would not want to get
Either
in
way, just
between
go
the
down
finish
the
line
track.
and the rest of the race, rather. But Tim Cameron's on the line here. Very cool look into Tim Cameron's cockpit there, into his Razor chassis. Very, very cool. But DC Thompson's getting off the race course. Looks like he's getting squared away. So obviously safety team on top of things today. Very cool to see how quickly they were there for that potential situation.
Sorry, no. All right, we have a time correction.
All right,
Wade
well,
Good ran a 6:9.108. Still the fastest time on Hill 2.
Okay, guys, this is the reason we're all here, to watch Timmy Cameron live and in person.
All right, Tim Cameron is going to wrap up the day for us.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. I mean, he makes fast people.
Wade's still in the lead, but not by 4 seconds. Y'all had Paul all confused. He's like, there's no way he got me by 4 seconds.
I know. All right, Timmy's time to beat is a 69.108 right now.
Now that looked pretty smooth.
Go, 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 Timmy.
All right.
Oh, a 69.132.
132.
That's a 69,
Wow.
132.
He did not get Wade,
132.
but he did get Paul. That means Wade Good sitting in first for Hill 2 with a 69.108, followed now by TC with a 69.132, and then Paul Wolf with a 69.968. Jesse, you want to give us the rundown of the rest of them so I don't have to do all the math?
Yep, absolutely. So they're going to go ahead and they're going to do scoring here. But I owe Mr. Paul Wolf an apology for the miscommunication in the line there. We went ahead and we got the official, unofficial scores here. So for Hill 2, as it is ranked for Hill 2, we have Wade Good with a 69.108, Tim Cameron 69.132, Paul Wolf 69.968, Cash LaCroix 70.759, Ethan Martin 73.608, DC Thompson 75.207,
Hey,
Clint
good.
Garrison with a 75.69, and then rounding out, in ninth place, Brandon Davis 76.587, and Tyler Heinzel rounds out the top 10 for us with an 83.2. Now, to sort them all for the day for your unofficial, official final times, it looks like the unofficial winner for today with a combined time between Hills 1 and 2 is going to be with a 135.785 Wade Good. Hang on, I have a discrepancy on mine, so I need yours. Okay, so the official times are for hills 1 and 2. Excuse me, guys. I'm really trying to get my information straight here. With a 135.785, we have Wade Good. And in second, with a 138.387, we have Mr. Tim Cameron. And in third, with a 138.584, we have Mr. Cash LeCroy, followed by Paul Wolf and Clint Garrison to round out the top 5. So less than a second to split those two second and third place. That's very, very close.
All right, guys, there you have it. That was the RockLife UTV stock class today and the RCV Performance Unlimited class. We will be back. Was that a raindrop? I think it was. We will be back tomorrow with the bouncer class, the RCs and UTV Bounty. And we are at Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park in Dyersburg, Tennessee. Steven, we will be back to Kentucky May 7th through 8th at Dirty Turtle. I believe that's who asked that. Go to nationalrockracing.com for all scheduling questions. And I think that's it. Clyde, anything else? All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.